It was another ordinary weekday. I had a normal day at school, rested around a little at home, and now it was time for work. I worked at a local news station, the type of thing you tend to only see in hotels and local gyms. The job was remarkably easy, and I spent most of my time there watching videos online, only pausing to edit a short segment of video. I maybe did only 20 minutes of work before we went live. When we were live, I was the person working the teleprompter, which means that if I ever needed to get one over on any of the anchors, I could make them say whatever I want, or make them stutter on air. However, that was the kind of thing I could only think of doing in my head. I could never bring myself to actually do it. The job vaguely reminded me of that of a scientist, at least one tasked with observation. All you could do was sit around and wait for something to happen. At least I made good money. Anyway, it was time for me to go to work, but first I had to hit up a sandwich shop. It was part of my routine at this point. Well, I suppose I'd better go get in my car. I had a car named Otto. It was a white Mitsubishi 2012 Outlander Sport. It was a good car. It had a decent enough sound system and got me to where I needed to go. I should specify that it isn't technically my car. It's actually my dad's car, and before that it was my great aunt's car. My dad bought it from her because his kids were nearing driving age, and he needed a good ride that they could use while they were learning. As of now, though, I'm the only one of his children who drive, so I at least feel like Otto is my car. Hey, watch it, buddy! Ugh, the drivers were the worst where I lived. Always swerving around whichever way they wished, changing lanes with no warning, and blowing every red they could get away with. It was like they all thought they were in a video game or something. It was ridiculous. It was like each and every driver was one of those kids in Walmart who were running around with a shopping cart. The worst thing about it was the fact that I knew all of these drivers could vote. It explains our current president, that's for sure. Maybe someday I'll look at bad driving more like a fond memory of home than as an annoyance. But for now, it really gets on my nerves.
Hey, how can I help you?
The usual. A number 9 with no tomatoes, chips, and a drink. I always got the number 9 because it had just the right balance of meat to lettuce. It also came with Italian seasoning, which added just the right amount of flavor. I've also become quite a fan of the mayonnaise that came on the sandwich, but that has been a more recent development.
Are you a rewards member with us?
Yes.
Alright, just enter your phone number into that pin pad there.
The rewards were often nothing more than a bag of chips, but I still entered my phone number every time I came here. What baffles me is the fact that they have to ask if I'm a rewards member every time I come here. It's as if they're too stupid to recognize the fact that I come here nearly every day. And they always have to have me tell them my order too. Every time I come here I order the exact same thing. A number 9 with no tomato, chips, and a drink. It's not that hard to remember.
That'll be 13 even.
I swear, every time I come here, all I am met with is the cold, dead eyes of a lifeless human being. And it's always the one taking my order and making my food. I just wish there was someone who worked at the store who had even a lick of energy. But there's not, and it just annoys the heck out of me.
Hey, if you got a problem, just say it.
I think your job performance has been subpar. I think you'd help more customers if you stayed at home.
Okay, that's it. We're fighting.
Huh?
I don't think the customer's always right.
What the heck is going on? Oh man, can't we just talk this out?
Not in your wildest dreams, bucko.
How's this for 13 even?
Hey, in the card reader, idiot.
Jeez, that hurt.
What you gonna do about it?
I'll call the police. You struck first. That makes this assault.
All right, I'll give you the sandwich for free. Just get out of my store. Here's your sandwich.
Thank you. If only I'd have known I could have just done that in the past. It would have saved me $13. You know what? I think I'm going home. That was enough for one day.